Zara pressed her back against the cold metal wall of the abandoned research station. Her purple skin glistened with sweat as she tried to control her rapid breathing. The silence around her felt heavy and dangerous. She had been hiding in this empty place for 3 days now, running from the hunters who wanted to capture her. The young Velkari woman clutched her injured arm where the energy blast had hit her. The wound was healing slowly, but it still hurt badly. She was far from her home world, and completely alone in this part of space. Her people had sent her on a mission to study the strange signals coming from this sector, but everything had gone wrong. Zara had discovered something terrible. The signals were not natural. They came from slave traders who were using this area to capture people from different worlds. The traders had spotted her ship and attacked without warning. She barely escaped in a small pod before her ship exploded. Now she was trapped on this old station with no way to call for help. She heard a sound and froze. It was the soft hum of an approaching ship. Zara felt her heart sink. The hunters had found her. She looked around desperately for somewhere better to hide, but there was nowhere to go. The station was too small and she was too weak to fight. The docking bay doors opened with a loud clang. Heavy footsteps echoed through the corridors. Zara held her breath and tried to make herself smaller behind the broken equipment where she was hiding. She could hear voices now speaking in a language she did not recognize. The footsteps came closer and closer. Zara knew she was about to be caught. She thought about her family back home and wondered if she would ever see them again. The voices were getting louder, and she could tell there were at least 3 beings searching for her. Suddenly, a bright light shined on her hiding spot. Zara looked up and saw a tall figure standing there. But something was wrong. This was not one of the lizard-like hunters who had been chasing her. This being looked completely different. The creature was tall and lean, with smooth, pale skin instead of scales. It had dark hair on its head and wore strange clothing that looked like some kind of uniform. But the most shocking thing was its face. It had 2 eyes like her own, but they were a bright blue color she had never seen before. "Don't be afraid." The strange being said in perfect Velkari language, "We are here to help you." Zara stared in amazement. How could this alien speak her language so perfectly? She had never seen anything like this creature before. It looked almost like her own people, but with many differences. The skin was the wrong color and texture, and those blue eyes were very unusual. 2 more of these strange beings appeared behind the first one. They were both smaller and had different colored hair. One had yellow hair, like sunlight, and the other had brown hair like tree bark. All 3 of them wore the same type of uniform and carried advanced-looking weapons. "My name is Jake Morrison," the first one said as he slowly approached her. "These are my friends Lisa and Amy. We received your distress signal and came to help." "Distress signal," Zara whispered in confusion. "I did not send any distress signal. My communications were destroyed." Lisa stepped forward. She had kind green eyes and spoke gently. "Your escape pod has been broadcasting an automatic emergency beacon. We picked it up 3 hours ago." Zara looked. Between the 3 strange beings, she wanted to trust them, but she had learned to be careful. "What are you?" she asked. "I have never seen beings like you before." "We are humans," Jake explained. "We come from a planet called Earth. We have been exploring this region of space and helping people who are in trouble." "Humans." Zara repeated the word carefully. It sounded strange, but somehow pleasant. "Are you the ones who have been fighting the slave traders?" Amy nodded, her brown hair moving as she did. "Yes, we have been tracking them for months. They have been causing trouble all over this sector. We want to stop them." For the first time in days, Zara felt a spark of hope. These humans seemed genuine and their concern appeared real. She noticed that even though they had weapons, they kept them pointed down and away from her. Their body language was non-threatening. "The traders destroyed my ship," she told them. "I barely escaped. They have been hunting me ever since. I know too much about their operations." Jake's expression became serious. "What did you discover?" Zara took a deep breath. "They are not just taking prisoners randomly. They are targeting specific species with special abilities. My people can sense emotions and thoughts. They want to use us as living lie detectors." The three humans looked at each other with grim expressions. Lisa spoke first. That explains why they have been so successful lately. They always seem to know when someone is trying to trick them. How many of your people have they taken? Amy asked with concern in her voice. I do not know. Zara admitted sadly. I was sent to investigate when several of our ships went missing in this area. I was supposed to report back, but now my ship is gone, and I am stranded. Jake made a decision. Come with us. We have a ship nearby and we can get you to safety. You can help us stop these traitors, and maybe save your people. Zara hesitated. She wanted to trust these humans, but everything had happened so fast. Why would you help me? You do not even know me. Because it is the right thing to do. Lisa said simply, no one deserves to be enslaved or hunted. We fight for freedom for all beings, not just humans. Something in Lisa's voice convinced Zara. These humans were different from anyone she had ever met. They seemed to genuinely care about helping others, even strangers from another world. She made her choice. I will come with you, she said as she stood up slowly. But I must warn you, the traitors are very dangerous and they have many ships. Amy smiled. So do we. As they walked toward the docking bay, Jake explained more about their mission. We are part of the Earth Defense Fleet, but we also help other species when we can. Our ship is called the Liberty, and we have a good crew. Zara was amazed by what she saw when they reached their ship. It was sleek and powerful looking, but not threatening like the trader vessels. The design was elegant and seemed built for both speed and protection. Inside the ship, she met more humans. Each one was different in appearance, but they all shared the same determined spirit. The captain was a woman named Carol, who welcomed Zara warmly and promised to help her get home safely. First, we need to deal with these slave traders, Carol said during a meeting in the ship's conference room. Zara, can you tell us more about their base of operations? Zara shared everything she had learned about the traders' setup. She told them about the hidden base in the asteroid field and the patrol routes they used. The humans listened carefully and asked good questions. What impressed Zara most was how the humans worked together. They each had different skills and ideas, but they combined them perfectly. Jake was good at tactics, Lisa was an expert pilot, and Amy knew about alien technology. Together, they were much stronger than any of them alone. The plan they developed was clever and dangerous. They would use Zara's knowledge to sneak into the trader base and free the prisoners. Then they would destroy the base to stop the slave trade in this region. Are you sure you want to do this? Carol asked Zara. It will be very risky, and you do not owe us anything. Zara thought about her captured people and all the other beings suffering in slavery. Yes, I am sure my people believe that freedom is the most precious thing in the universe. If I can help save others, then I must try. The next morning, they put their plan into action. The Liberty moved quietly through the asteroid field using its advanced stealth systems. Zara guided them to the hidden base, using her memories of the trader patrol patterns. When they reached the base, they found it was even bigger than expected. Dozens of ships were docked there, and the prison sections held hundreds of captives from many different worlds. Zara felt sick, seeing so many people trapped in cages. The rescue mission was intense and dangerous. The humans fought with incredible skill and bravery. Jake and his team moved through the base like shadows, freeing prisoners, while Lisa kept their escape route clear. Amy worked to disable the base's weapon systems. Zara used her emotional sensing abilities to help them avoid guards and find the prison areas. She had never worked with beings who fought so effectively while still caring about protecting innocent lives. During the battle, something amazing happened. The freed prisoners began fighting alongside the humans even. Though they came from different worlds and had different abilities, they all worked together against their common enemy. When it was over, the slave trading base was destroyed and over 300 beings were free. Many of them were Zara's own, people who had been captured weeks earlier. The reunion was emotional and joyful. Carol offered to take all the freed prisoners back to their home worlds. The Liberty was not big enough for everyone, so other human ships came to help with the transport. Zara was impressed by how quickly the humans organized this massive rescue operation. As they traveled back toward Velkari space, Zara spent time learning more about humans and their culture. She discovered that they came from a world where many, different groups had learned to work together despite their differences. "Your people are remarkable," she told Jake one day as they watched the stars. "You could have just ignored our problem, but instead you risked your lives to help strangers." Jake smiled. "That is what humans do. We believe that freedom and justice are worth fighting for everywhere. We hope that someday, all beings in the galaxy can work together like we do." When they finally reached Velkari,